guys, welcome to character backstory. This is going to be really. I want to call it. I want to only have the word Sodor. It's going to be Sodor. Sodor. Okay, let's set some ground rules. Guys, I'm going to set some ground rules. The first episode of any new series, I'm going to have some ground rules set for this series. The ground rules for this series is that I have to just think of personal. Well, most of the character backstory are off of my personal headcanon. And guys, well, if a character doesn't have one that you like then I mean, okay, guys, that's basically the ground rules for this series. So, again, hi, I'm Thomas from the Stories of the Island Sodor. The Stories of the Island Sodor. With me today is Robert Hall. We're going to discuss links to other guys. Guys, in this series, I'm gonna only if I touch on the character backstory in other videos, there will be a link for it in the description. So I was built in 1915 which is enough. I was built in. Let me just show you what it would look like fresh out of the wood. So this is what I looked like when I came to Sodor in 1920. In this, guys, well, okay, time for some heck. I've already mentioned before in Thomas's old line that Thomas came from another railroad, so I won't touch up. Guys, if you ask me if you touch on Thomas's backstory that I've already gave him in my series, the answer is actually no. The answer is yes, I have to. But that's it. Thomas, his backstory, he doesn't have one in the railway series, model series, and CGI series, besides the fact that he became number one. In this series, in this flashback series that I'm doing now, I'm going to show you stories that never happened, stories that have never happened. And okay, a little retcon. Thomas was painted like that when the NWR opened up. Yeah, that's a retcon that will happen in the season. So, besides this series will also contain flashbacks to stories that have happened in the past. You see, when I first arrived on Sodor, let me just tell you what happened. The year was 1920. I arrived at my branch. Guys, and this shed, Nafford's shed, I've seen season 7 of my series, is actually the original timber shed before the roundhouse was built. I remember the day well when I first came to Sodor. My brother Tim and we were making sure that I was okay, because I was the last. As I've said in my Timothy video, I will link to the comments. So yeah. So all of these, Glenn, Neil, Clyde, and Matthew, all belong to the Sodor and Mainland Railway. So yeah, Glenn belonged to the Timoth and Farquhar Railway, while Neil, Clyde, and Matthew belonged to the Sodor and Mainland Railway. That's something I've never talked about. As I said, hi, my name is Thomas. He said, Matthew saying, "Hi there. Where, where, where are we exactly? Sorry that they all look the same, guys. Where are we? We're a special type of engine known as boss engines. Oh, right. But I can't believe last year they closed the solar and mainland railway. Right? I can't believe that the solar and mainland railway. Guys, in my universe, up until 1915, until 1920, the solar, at least they were. You're probably wondering what happened. Well, Timothy soon left to go back home. Go back home, even though there was nothing to do back home. It was a sad reality that my old line in 1920. Another retcon, guys, I would like to say is that the Northwestern really didn't build anything. What we did was just build the track. A new retcon is, guys, here's a retcon that makes some sense. The yard at Vickerstown was built by these guys, by the Solar and Mainland Railway. Yeah. So yeah, the Solar and Mainland Railway built Vickerstown. That might be a little retcon, but you gotta understand. I never mentioned the Solar and Mainland Railway before in my series, so that might be a good retcon. Let me know. Let me know down in the comments section below. All the Northwestern. You're probably wondering, what did the Northwestern do, right? Well, the Timoth and Nafford Railway, in Elbridge and Walworth and Surrey, merged in 1915. The year I was built. I said Neil Klein Matthews, one of my friends back in the early days. I always explain what happened to Glenn, so I'm going to explain what happened to Neil and Clyde, because Matthew is the one that died because of Joshua. So, let me tell you what happened to each of them. This is before any other Neil, okay, the first one to leave the old Michelle was Neil. He got a job at the Solar Lumber Mill. Later, I heard he was hired in 19. However, he was Sally scrapped in 1930, sometime in the 1930s, because of metal fatigue. So, let me correct. The first one to me was Neil. This one is Matthew. The one that died because of Diesel 10. Neil. The one that died because of Diesel 10 was Matthew. Neil Clive Matthew. All. In fact, So, Clive went to you know, he went to the Farquhar branch line. Well, Matthew went. Guys, there's somehow an invisible wall right around here. after a while, Robert, first, yeah, it was just me and Glenn. I said, hi, Glenn. Hi, Thomas. I hear we're going to get a new engine tomorrow. So, so, it's been a year here. Indeed. I know that the well, that the that the new railroad road demands higher engines. Gens. That the new railroad road that we built, that neighboring railways, I hear it coming from the Furness Railway. Wait, wait. He will be here today. That yard master. Hi, my name is Edward, which will be the next time. Hi, my name's Edward. Wait, hold on. Who are you? Hi, my name's Thomas. Yes, yes. Who is this guy? Well, folks, that Robert, that's pretty much the end. It was just me and Edward and Neil. I thought you were already blue by that time, as in the Railway series. Please? No, I was still BR Black. I was still Mike. Well, folks, until Edward did, I can tell you a little bit more about Soda's early years before season 1. Well, Robert, there is a little bit more. Tell me about your well, 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 Edward was very first chapter rate that was over 100 and wait. Ever since then, 155 years ago, because it's the year 20, in the year that the flashback takes place, guys, the year 1921, and it's still and it's only the year 2015. Well, one day in the summer of 1918, the same year that we opened, Edward came back. I remember this. Boy, Edward, we're overworked. Indeed we are, Thomas. At this rate, we will fall apart. Uh, Edward, we can't fall apart. We can't fall apart. I mean, I'm still fresh out of the worst. Worse. As Edward replied back with, I didn't mean that. I know what you meant, Ed. Ed. I know what you meant, Edward, but hey, I have an idea. Yeah, that we're overworked. What? 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 I'm like curious, said Edward. Like my brother Timothy used to say. Like your brother Timothy? See? Who's this brother of yours? Oh, have I not mentioned him? No. Have you told anyone else about Timothy? See? Only Edward and Percy knows. Should I tell everyone about my brother Timothy? Like my brother, I said to Edward all those years ago, like my brother Timothy used to say, hey, hard work is as good enough. Edward didn't understand what Timothy said. Man, what did that even mean, Thomas? I'm like, very... What did that even mean, anyway? Whatever Timothy... What do you mean? When Edward heard that, he said, Thomas, what did that mean? when he heard that, he said, "What do you mean? What does that mean, Thomas? What does that mean? I mean, I'm older than you." Yes, I know that. That, that, that. But as I said, like my brother Timothy, because don't discredit Timothy, Ed. I said, "Are you trying to disgrace my brother?" As he said, "No, no, no, I'm not trying to disgrace him. Timothy, I'm not trying to disgrace him." Guys, maybe I should mention. I'm going to mention Timothy being another island short. Edward, are you discrediting my favorite brother? My brother? Are you discrediting him? I didn't know that. Thomas, I'm not discrediting Timothy or anything. And I only do like his sayings, but but we're overworked. Yeah. Well, you know who taught me how to do everything I've been doing on Solar? No, who? Timothy. Really? Okay, engines, we have one canister of blue paint. Paint. Okay, retcon, another retcon. Make that, we have enough blue paint to paint you both. To paint you both. How do you like your new paint, Thomas and Edward? We're fantastic. I have a question. What? Why am I painting number... Oh, Mr. Star? So, yeah, Thomas, you're number 1. Edward, you're number 2. Glenn, I'm sorry. What's that? You've been stripped of your number. I know, Thomas had... What are you going to do to me now? Well, from then, what happened to Glenn? I don't want to tell you, because Glenn was eventually moved to the Wellsworth Raptors. Glenn, and also you're moving to a new location. Really, this is our new home. Yeah, in the shed. In the shed. Yeah, back in those days, I used to sleep at the shed. It wasn't until 1996 I got the radio. Guys, I might even say that Thomas and the policeman did happen. And the reason why I said no is just because I didn't have a model of a policeman. But now I do. So that story can happen in my universe now. Engine. And soon the year 1920. Soon enough the year 1920. 1922 rolled around. 1922 is the year we got Henry. 1923 is the year we got Gordon. So yeah, Gordon. Yeah, it goes me. I came 1920. Edward came 1921. We each came to the railway like a year apart, besides for Percy. I don't know. Hey guys, my name is Henry. So yeah, guys. Like I mentioned before, I wanted Henry to be in his full shape really in season 1, so yeah. No, by the time of season 1, he said, "Hi, my name, Achoo, Henry." And we both said, "Hi, are you okay?" "Fine, I'm just got boil sludge in my smoke box. Okay. And that's pretty much it, Robert. And then we got more the backstories of 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 of, of you see, this is how I'm going to end. We have two more main lines. Gordon, James, and Percy. Yeah, before we then transition to Fark with Thomas. Well, let's just leave it with Henry right now. Okay. Okay. So since then, Robert, a lot has happened. This, well, this has been my first episode of Soul Character Backstory. Tune in the next time we do so.